সব লেটেস্ট আপডেট পেতে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের চ্যানেলে আর বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না।
বিরোধী দলনেতা বলছে সব আপনাদের ফোনের কল আমার কাছে আছে, তার পরের দিন পেগাসাস বেরোচ্ছে। আপনি কি দেখবেন? And answer their questions. I came here in the month of September as well, when the summon was served to me by the ED officers for the very first time. I was interrogated and questioned for 9 long hours. This is the second time they have served me a summon, and I have again turned up without making any excuses, without exploring my legal rights in the higher courts. Obviously, I have filed an SLP today. That will be heard in the preceding weeks, in the next few weeks, I'm sure. But the way these investigating agencies have been functioning under BJP's dictatorship, it is clear, and it can't be any more brazen. The day after winning the UP elections in other 3 states, I get a summon on the 14th of March. Since they are failing to take on Trinamool Congress electorally and democratically, they are using these agencies. They are using CBI, they are using ED, they are using income tax to scare the opposition and the political personalities belonging to the opposition. But we are not built like that. We will not bow down. As I said, if I have to bow down, I will not bow down once, I will not bow down twice, I will bow down 100 times. But I will bow down before the power of people, because I believe the power of people is stronger than the people in power. I will bow down before the power of people. I will not bow down before the people in power. If they think that this is the way, they will put their investigative agencies and all their might to scare me, to put me on the back foot, to make sure that I stay away from the political fray and doesn't question them on their wrongdoings. They're living in fool's paradise. I will be doubly determined and resolute in my fight against these autocratic forces. And since they are failing to take on us electorally and democratically, they are using these investigative agencies. You saw what happened in Bengal. This time around in the last year, there was complete media hype and everyone thought that BJP is coming to power with absolute majority, winning 200 seats in Bengal. But what came out was completely different from what was portrayed. Trinamool Congress, with the blessings of people of Bengal, with the love and support and the affection of people of Bengal and the people of India, we won that state lock, stock and barrel. They failed to digest that electoral defeat. Trinamool is aggressively going to other states, and we are also expanding our units in other states. And we have gone in states like Tripura, we have gone in Goa, we have gone in Meghalaya, and within a little period of time, wherever we had little presence or negligible presence, we have emerged as a formidable force, be it in states like Goa or Tripura or Meghalaya. So let me reiterate and remind these people who thinks that they're going to use the government machinery as their own machinery to serve their own vested political interest. We are not going to be cowed down, and we will not budge an inch from our fight. I will be doubly determined and resolute to take on them. If they think they can fight us politically. Who is stopping you? But you think that using ED, using CBI, who are their biggest allies? A lot of people say that BJP is fighting this battle alone. Who says that BJP is fighting this battle alone? BJP has the two biggest allies in the country. One is ED and one is the CBI. And they, with their allies, they have turned these government machineries into their own private machineries. And shamelessly. And the way they have been using it, be it in the states of Maharashtra, be it in the state of Orissa, be it in the state of Bengal, be it in the state of Telangana, wherever, you name it, wherever the opposition is in power, you don't see ED raids in Gujarat. You don't see ED raids in Madhya Pradesh from the time the new BJP government has been formed. You don't see ED raids in Tripura. You don't see CBI ED raids in Assam. You don't see ED CBI raids in any state where BJP is in power. You only see ED CBI raids in states where the opposition is in power or at the helm of affairs. And this is a testament to the fact of their decisive and vendetta politics.
Abhishek, what do you have to say about the allegations? Because what the agencies are claiming that these questioning which are happening right now are based on the testimonies of those accused who have been arrested, and they have named linkages with you. What do you have to say about that?
So it is for the investigating agencies to take it on
What
them
was
and
your
prove it in the
response
court.
to it?
See, what I discussed in the investigation, what I discussed in my interaction with the investigating agencies and the officers, I cannot disclose it for the sake of the investigation. And that is not very appropriate of me to comment in public what I discussed in private. So I will, if there is anything against me, I am again telling that you don't have to chase me by these investigating agencies. I'll take the gallows. And if there is anything which you can prove and substantiate that, which eventually proves my engagement or involvement in this scam. What is this scam? You call it coal scam. Now what is coal scam? You call it cattle scam. What is cattle scam? The cattle is cattle like an insect. It's a big animal. If the cattle is going from India to Bangladesh, what is BSF doing? Who is at the helm of affairs of BSF? The Home Minister. Who is at the helm of affairs of the collieries which are guarded by institutional force like CISF? The Home Minister. So do you think it is appropriate to call it a coal scam or a cattle scam? It should be called the Home Minister scam. Because the Home Minister is at the helm of affairs, who is guarding collieries, who is in charge of CISF guarding the collieries, who is in charge of BISF protecting the borders. If they are not able to do it, and you put the onus on the state government and the members of the opposition that they are cahoots with this consters and crooks and people who have carried these crimes out. How is this possible to even implement without their blessings and guidance? You tell me, who guard the collieries? Who guard the collieries? The ECL is guarded.
You were called, so obviously people would like to know that what was your response? Did you accept that you knew these people? Did you accept that there was some kind of role which you had?
Sir, you're forgetting that you're a journalist. You're not an investigating officer.
Obviously not.
So you can ask me questions. It is my right whether I choose to answer or not. As I said, I would like to maintain the secrecy that was that I was committed, and I specifically told them that if there is anything that I can do from my part, if there is anything that you would like to know from me, I will certainly let you know. But whatever I discuss within the room and within that four walls, I cannot come and discuss it in public. They have not.
आपने ईडी का सामना करा यहाँ अगर दूसरी बार आप आए हैं और आपके मिसेस को भी सम्मन गया है, क्या वो आएंगी? वो बचना चाह रही हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आज पिटीशन में फाइल हुई है।
नहीं, बचना होता तो मैं क्यों आता भाई? बचने मरने का तो बात ही नहीं है। बचना होता मैं तो कलकत्ता में रहता, मैं तो कल आता, परसों आता। दिल्ली में सत्ता चल रहा है, मैं तो आता ही नहीं। बचने मरने का बात नहीं। कुछ है तो मैं ये थोड़ी कहूंगा कि भाई प्रूफ कर लो, मैं फांसी का फंदा लेने के लिए तैयार हूँ। भाई हमारे पास कोई छुपाने के लिए है ही नहीं, और अगर कुछ है तो भाई सबके सामने है कि बीजेपी के जितने लीडर्स हैं उनके खिलाफ क्या एविडेंस पब्लिक डोमेन में है, वो सब देख रहे हैं, वो सबके सामने है। भाई कागज बंद करके जो लोग पैसा लिया है, जिनके खिलाफ शारदा के लोगों ने चिट्ठी लिख के लोगों को बताया कि मेरे से इतना रुपया लिया है, और सीबीआई ईडी उनको एक बार तक नहीं बुलाता है। आप अरेस्ट करना तो छोड़ दो, एक बार बुलाते भी नहीं है। और जिनके खिलाफ कुछ नहीं है, जस्ट बिकॉज दे बिलोंग टू द ऑपोजिशन कैंप, उनको आप बुलावा पे बुलावा भेज रहे हो, क्योंकि वो टूटने वालों में से नहीं है, वो हार मानने वालों में से नहीं है। तो मैं यही कह रहा हूँ, सर झुका के जीने से बेहतर सर उठा के मरो। वो कहावत है ना, हम लोग सर उठा के मरने वालों में से है, सर झुका के जीने वालों में से नहीं है।
Abhishek, the last question.
Sorry.
Have you been summoned again by ED?
No, I have not been summoned again. Not yet.
So also one more thing, even the Kolkata West Bengal police have also issued summons to 3 senior officials of Enforcement Directorate based
Yes.
on your complaint. The FIR was registered based on your complaint against the news channel and also others.
So that's for the
Regarding
West.
the conspiracy.
So that's for the West Bengal government and the Kolkata police to answer. I am not their spokesperson or representative, but yes, I am the complainant. Now a purported voice clip comes out one day before the election where there is a conversation between the witness and the investigating officers. So if there is a conversation which is happening within the four walls between two people, where one is the investigating officer and the other one is the witness, it is obvious that either the witness has leaked the conversation or the investigating officer has leaked the conversation. So it is done with ulterior motive. We need to get into the depth of it, and we need to find out the person who made the statement. He is an absconder. The ED has not arrested him. The CBI has not arrested him. He is confessing his crime, but the ED has allowed him to roam and go scot-free. The CBI has allowed him to roam and go scot-free. So I need to go into the deep of it. That's why I've deliberately filed a complaint that you're maligning my name. It is coming out in the mainstream media. How can a conversation between a witness and an investigating officer come out in a prime time show of a mainstream media one day before the election? Of course it is vendetta politics. And I'm sure police is doing their job and they will get into the root of it.
But today the ED
And we'll
did not appear before the Kolkata police.
That is for the ED officials and the Kolkata police to answer.
আপনি একজন এমপি রেসপেক্টেবল পারসন 17 ঘন্টা ধরে দুদিন ধরে মানে এটা পুরোপুরি মনে হচ্ছে না যে ডেসপারেটলি আফটার 21 করা হচ্ছে।
প্রধানমন্ত্রী বলেছিলেন
প্রধানমন্ত্রী বলেছিলেন-
ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্টলি কাজ করবে সেন্ট্রাল এজেন্সিগুলো, তারপরে আপনাকে ডাকা।
প্রধানমন্ত্রীর ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স তো আপনারা দেখছেন, যারা বলেছে তাদের ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স, তাদের এই জন্য তো এই তদন্তকারী সংস্থাগুলো নিরপেক্ষতা নিয়ে প্রশ্ন হয়। আমি যেটা বলছিলাম যে যাদের বিরুদ্ধে প্রমাণ রয়েছে তাদেরকে অ্যারেস্ট করা দূরের কথা, যাদের আজকে শ্রীগড়ে থাকা উচিত তারা বহালতো বিয়েতে সিআরপিএফ নিয়ে ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে, মানে চুরিও করছে আর ট্যাক্সপেয়ারের টাকায় নিরাপত্তা নিয়ে ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে। কেউ জেড ক্যাটেগরি সিআরপিএফ, কেউ জেড প্লাস ক্যাটেগরি সিআরপিএফ, সেন্ট্রাল পুলিশ তাদের গার্ড করছে চোরেদের।
এবং বিজেপির নেতার আগে থেকে বলে দিচ্ছে কার বাড়িতে রেড হবে, কাকে ডাকা হবে এবং
মানুষ দেখছে, মানুষ জবাব দিয়েছে, মানুষ জবাব দেবে। মানুষ তো জবাব দিয়েছে 2021-এ। আপনি দেখুন না, বিরোধী দলনেতা বলছে সব আপনাদের ফোনের কল আমার কাছে আছে, তার পরের দিন পেগাসাস বেরোচ্ছে। আপনি কি দেখবেন?
One last question. So you and your wife
Let us complete, please.
সবকিছু মানুষের সামনে, সবকিছু জনসমক্ষে, লোকানো তো কিছু নেই। উনি বলছেন ইডি একে ডাকবে, নাম ধরে ধরে বলছে, এবার 5 জনকে সিবিআই ডাকবে, পরের দিন 5 জনকে সিবিআই ডাকছে। কিন্তু দেখুন, গণতন্ত্রে মানুষকে বোকা বানানো এত সোজা না। এইসব দিয়ে বাজার গরম করা যায়, খবরে থাকা যায়, লাইমলাইটে আসা যায়, কিন্তু রাজনৈতিকভাবে মানুষের মন জয় করা যায় না। মানুষের পাশে থাকতে হয়, যেটা থাকে না। এরা বিভাজনের রাজনীতি আর তদন্তকারী সংস্থার উপর ভর করে বাংলা জিততে চেয়েছিল, হয়নি। 2024-ও হবে।
আবার ডাকলে আপনি আসবেন?
So you and Ruchira have moved Supreme Court saying that you are ready to be questioned at Kolkata instead of Delhi because the jurisdiction is under question. Will she be appearing before the ED tomorrow?
No, she is not coming, and I've conveyed that because I have a kid who is very small. My son is about 2.5 years of age, and you cannot travel with kids and come to the investigating agencies just because we don't have domestic helps at this point in time. So I have conveyed that specifically to the officers in ED, and she will send a reply via mail tomorrow as well. However, if they want to interrogate her in Calcutta at their fully functional zonal office, they can do that. She is willing to join any time and go and record and give a statement there as well.
Thank you. Thank you.